February 2016 is the time to start your collection of either the classic movies, TV, serials, cartoons, and a special old-time radio at the best pricing to be found anywhere on the internet, and for that matter, anywhere in the world. You can get DVDs anywhere. But why? All of our collections are on external hard drives. Why? Because I can put so much more media on a hard drive than I could ever on a DVD, thus saving you a lot of money. Drive prices are going up for some reason, but that said, this month's special is 2 terabyte classic TV at unbelievable pricing. Go to oldtimeradiodvd.com today and see the fantastic pricing that we have. That's oldtimeradiodvd.com, and I know that you'll be glad you did.
It's a foggy night, a perfect night for a mystery. Tonight, Mystery Theater presents mystery thriller entitled
Death Comes at Midnight.
Wait a minute. Have you heard the strange tales of the Whistler?
I'm the Whistler.
No, I don't want to die.
John.
Get away!
John, wake up.
Oh. Where is he?
Where's who?
That man.
Oh, you've been having a nightmare, John.
Huh? Oh, good heavens, Clara. It was awful. I dreamed there was a man in this room, and he stood right over me. And he said I was going to die. I was going to be murdered within 48 hours.
Sunday night, and again CBS presents The Whistler.
I, the Whistler, know many things, for I walk by night. I know many strange tales, many secrets hidden in the hearts of men and women who have stepped into the shadows. I know the nameless terrors of which they dare not speak, and so I tell you tonight the strange story, Death Comes at Midnight. John Prentice is a manufacturer, a very busy man who needs his rest. But John had a frightful dream. The dream was not brought on by a guilty conscience, for John's life has been above reproach. He loves his wife, Clara, and their grown daughter, Eva. He has done no wrong to any man. Why, then, this awful dream with its prophecy of death? Now, the following evening, the Prentices are planning to attend a lecture, and Dwight Cooper, Eva's fiancé, is going with them. The wife and daughter are in the living room awaiting his arrival.
Oh, there's Dwight now, Mother. I'll go to the door. Oh, wait a minute, Eva. You'd better make sure who it is before you open the door. Oh, Mother, you still worrying about that dream Daddy had last night? Well, I can't help being nervous about it. Well, of course it's Dwight. We're expecting him, aren't we? I'm going to let him in. Well, enter, my lord.
Hello, darling. How come you're answering the door yourself? Maid's night out?
We haven't got a maid. She went to work in a war plant.
Well, good for her.
We're going to do without a maid for the duration.
That's the spirit. Good evening, Miss Prentice.
Good evening, Dwight. Now, you see, Mother, it wasn't a big bad wolf after all. Not this time. But we'd better be careful, Eva.
Well, what's this about a big bad wolf?
Seems that Mother believes in dreams, Dwight. And last night Dad had one that was really a honey. Oh, I don't believe in dreams. Oh, Daddy.
Yeah?
Dwight's here, so hurry up.
I'll be there just a minute.
Talk about a woman taking her time dressing.
Well, what about this dream?
You tell him, Mother. Well, I don't believe that all dreams have a meaning. But this one John had was a prophecy, and I'm concerned about it.
Yes?
He kept hearing a man's voice telling him over and over that he was going to be murdered within 48 hours.
Murdered?
Can you imagine such a thing?
Oh, well, I wouldn't be alarmed, Mrs. Prentice. According to psychologists, a dream has no possible relation to the future. They say a dream comes from experiences of the past that have been registered in the subconscious mind.
Well, if John's been murdered in the past, I haven't heard about it.
Oh, now, wait. I didn't mean it quite as literally as all that.
Well, Mother's been counting the hours, Dwight. Let's see, the dream came at midnight last night. Well, that means Dad's hour of doom is midnight tomorrow, if he isn't murdered sooner.
Maybe we'd better not risk taking him to the lecture.
Oh, I wish you two wouldn't joke about it. I don't think it's any joking matter. Oh, I'll get it. Hello?
Hello? Mr. Prentice there?
Well, he's busy right now. Could I take a message?
Yeah. Tell him he better come to the phone, whether he's busy or not, if he wants to save his life.
What?
This is a matter of life and death.
Oh, well, hold the line a minute. Of all the amazing things, there's a man on the phone who sounds like a gangster. He wants to talk to Daddy about saving Daddy's life. His life?
Maybe I'd better talk to him.
Oh, no. No, get John on the phone. Call him, Eva.
Daddy, you want it on the phone. It's important.
All right, I'm coming.
Oh, don't tell me that dream didn't mean anything. Now, Mother, don't get excited.
Well, just what did this fellow say?
Well, Oh, here's Daddy.
Yeah, hello, Dwight.
Good evening, Miss Prentice.
Daddy, wait. I don't know who that man is, but he's terribly hard-boiled, and he said I'd better get you to the phone if you want to save your life.
What's this?
Oh, John,
I'll see what it's all about. Hello?
Mr. Prentice?
Yes?
You don't know me, but you better pay attention to what I'm telling you, see? A certain man here in town, a wealthy guy, has offered me a nice piece of dough to put you out of the way.
What?
But I want to be reasonable, see? So I'll consider... Hey, are you listening?
Yes, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Well, if you want to hike the ante a little bit, say to $3,000, I'll call off my deal with this guy. What's more, I'll give you his name.
I see.
Now, $3,000's a small matter to you, so...
Wait a minute. Suppose you come here to the house and we'll talk it over.
Hey, do I sound like a chump? You're coming to see me, and you're bringing the dough.
Oh, no, I'm not. Think I'm going to walk into a trap?
You mean you're turning down my proposition?
I certainly am.
All right, mister. You asked for it. You'll be a goner by midnight tomorrow.
All right? So listen. Hello.
Midnight tomorrow. Now, not only in a dream, but in actual fact, John has been told that he will not live beyond that hour. John phones the police, and a few minutes later, Captain Arnold arrives at the house.
Mr. Prentice, can you think of anyone who'd like to have you put out of the way for any reason at all?
No, Captain, I really can't.
Now, you've been in business a good many years. How about your business rivals?
Well, of course, I've made a certain amount of enemies, of course, but I don't think any of them would go so far as to hire somebody to kill me.
You never can tell. Suppose you name some of your enemies.
Oh, no, I'm afraid, Captain, I couldn't do that.
Well, see here, why not?
Well, frankly, because I might be causing an innocent person a lot of embarrassment.
Oh, well, what of it? We've got to get to the bottom of this some way. Have you had a quarrel with anyone recently?
No, I haven't.
Think carefully now.
Well, yes, come to think of it, I did have a rather heated argument with a man the other day in my office. Oh, but I'm sure...
Well, then, who was he?
I'd rather not say.
Was he a wealthy man?
Yes.
Then tell me his name.
Oh, no, Captain, I'd rather not. If you'd go to his house and question him, I don't want...
How can the police help you if you won't help yourself?
Well, this is none of my business, Mr. Prentice, but if I were you...
No, Dwight, there's no use arguing. Got my own ideas on the subject.
Well, that's that, I guess. We'll have to conduct our investigation without your help, Mr. Prentice.
Oh, by the way, Captain, I'd feel a lot safer if you'd send an officer out to watch the house tonight.
Well, I brought a man with me. He's out in the car. I'll leave him here.
Oh, that'll be fine.
I'll leave the car, too, in case he needs it. Well, we'll do what we can, Mr. Prentice. Let us know the developments.
Oh, of course. I want to thank you, Captain.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Captain.
So John is unwilling to give the name of the man with whom he quarreled. Is it really because he's concerned about the possible embarrassment of an innocent person? Tonight the house will be well guarded, and as an added protection, Dwight has agreed to stay in the Prentice home. John, feeling quite safe, has gone to bed and fallen into a sound sleep. Then, at exactly midnight...
Let me go. Let me go. I don't want to die.
John.
No, don't throw me off the bridge. No.
Wake up, John.
No.
Wake up, John.
What?
You're all right, John. You're in your room. Nothing's happening to you.
Oh.
You've been shouting your head off. Mother, what is it? Oh, your father's had another nightmare. I thought that was it.
Yes, Evelyn. It was terrible.
What kind of a dream was it? Like the other one?
Oh, it was worse. Now I know how I'm going to die and when.
Oh, you're not going to die.
I'm afraid of.
What did you dream, John?
He took me in a car to the old river bridge on Tower Street.
Who took you?
I don't know. I never saw him before. He tied my hands behind me with a rope, and when we got to the bridge, he dragged me out of the car and threw me into the river.
Oh, my heavens. Now, Mother.
Just as we came to the bridge, I saw an illuminated clock. The hands were pointing to 12. That's when I'm going to die.
Oh, Daddy.
What time is it now?
Well, it's after 12.
Oh. Then it's tomorrow at midnight, just like that man said.
Daddy, don't talk like that. This dream doesn't mean anything.
What about my other dream? It meant something.
No, it didn't. That phone call didn't have a thing to do with your dream. It was just a coincidence. Now, things will look different to you in the morning.
Eva.
Yes?
Would you mind sending Dwight in here?
But he's asleep, Daddy.
I know, but please send him in. I want to talk to him.
Well, all right.
Sit down, Dwight.
They told me about the dream, Mr. Prentice, but I wouldn't let it bother me if I were you.
I can't help being bothered. The dream was so vivid, Dwight, and it fits in so perfectly with what's happening in real life.
Yes, I'll admit that's rather strange.
The reason I sent for you, well, if anything should happen to me, I want you to sort of take charge of things for Clara and Eva.
How do you mean?
I've made a will that takes care of my property, but there's my life insurance. It amounts to $100,000, and the money will have to be invested.
I see. Who's the insurance payable to?
Clara, but of course she knows nothing about investments. You advise her, will you, Dwight? I've got faith in your judgment.
Yes. I'll be glad to help in any way I can.
Come to think of it, I owe a payment on that policy right now. But the grace period isn't up for a couple of days yet. I'll make the payment if I'm still alive.
Oh, I have an idea you'll be alive, all right. But as you say, if anything should happen, I'll be glad to advise Mrs. Prentice.
Oh, I knew you would, Dwight. And thanks.
Next morning, John announces that he will stay at home all day. Clara, upset by the events of the night before, remains in her room. But John is feeling much better. He views things differently with the coming of a new day. He will not yield to this feeling of inevitable doom. He will fight the situation.
Hello?
Mr. Prentice?
Oh, it's you again. Dwight, get on that extension in the library.
Just, thought I'd call and ask if you've changed your mind.
No, I have not. What's more, I defy you to even lay a hand on me. I'm being protected by the police.
Well, ain't that fine? So you won't come across, huh?
No, I won't.
Look, Prentice, the water in that river's awful cold.
What? What did you say? Hello? Dwight, did you hear that?
What's the matter, Daddy?
I heard every word. Sounded like he meant business.
Something wrong?
That man, he phoned me again. I don't know what to think.
Well, what did he say?
He wanted to know if I changed my mind, and when I told him I hadn't, he told me the water in the river would be awfully cold.
What?
How did he know about my dream? How did he know?
Yeah, it's the most uncanny thing I ever heard of.
What's the answer to all this?
Daddy, he didn't know about your dream. It's just the other way around.
Well, what do you mean?
I'm afraid Mother's right. Your dreams are foretelling the future, Daddy. They're warning you of what's going to happen.
And now John's spirits are crushed again. For if the dream told the truth, then his fate is sealed in spite of anything he can do. Dwight, however, is not ready to give up. He is annoyed with Eva for admitting her belief in the dream.
Darling, for your father's sake, you shouldn't have said what you did, even though you believe...